Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Crazy D's Equipment. Today we're going to see if we can't get this 601 or 600 Ford back up and running. So some of you who are longtime subscribers to the channel may remember this tractor. Doc did some video, we did some videos. I was thinking it was Doc, but I did some videos on this thing. This is one of the tractors we picked up at that great big auction in Oklahoma where we bought like 15 tractors that day. But I don't think I filmed that auction. Unfortunately, that was a good auction. Hot day, man. I about had a heat stroke, but we bought several tractors down there, and I think we did a recap of everything that we bought. But this tractor came in, it had bad tires on the back, and it wasn't running. I put brand new rubber on it. Doc got it up and going. It was sitting out on the lot last spring, and for some reason, just out of nowhere, it fried its electrical system. And we moved it off the lot, we set it over to the side, and I've been meaning to get back to it, and I haven't because I've had so many projects on the dock and so many projects on myself that we just haven't got back to it. This morning we tried to roll it in and it wouldn't roll in. We believe that we got water in the transmission, which I'm not for sure about that. So Doc said, let's get it in here, get it warmed up. Later on, we'll drain the transmission and get some fresh oil in it. I thought there was, but I guess we didn't do that. But so today we rebuilt the carburetor. It's the very first carburetor we used. It was on the new ultrasonic cleaner. We're going to get the carburetor put on, and Doc's going to start tinkering on the wire. We'll probably work on this for quite a while today, and then we'll pick it up again tomorrow. So if there's a wardrobe change in the middle of the video, you know why. But anyways, enough of me yakking. Let's get the Doc over here. Let's get started and let's get some work done today. Okay, Doc. So where do you want to start on this thing?
Well, I guess the easy spot.
The easy spot? Put the carburetor back on? So this is the carburetor in the end. I don't know if you guys can, I'm in frame or not there. But
check frame. I'm going to check frame.
Cleaned up really good. I think I'm really impressed with the deal. I painted it gray because I had gray paint from doing 8-ins and 9-ins, and I just realized a minute ago it should have been painted red, so it's going to stick out, but yeah, it'll look new and nice. That's the important part.
Well, but since the sonic cleaner cleans it to bare metal, it needed some paint anyway.
Yeah, and it looks pretty good.
Yeah.
So I think
that's Fergie gray though.
That's Fergie gray.
Yeah.
Oh, is that Fergie gray? Oh.
I brought that in to paint that thing.
Oh, you work on Toby? You brought that extra paint in?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, all right. So I guess we'll go ahead and put that on. I'll hand that to you, and we'll go from there. So.
Mm-hmm.
It's another restless night. I can't stop dreaming of you. Always got me in a spin.
Well, good morning, guys. We're back at it again. Doc got in here early this morning and got the carburetor situation that we had yesterday figured out and got the carburetor on. We put a battery in it. Now we got to figure out why. Well, we thought the electrical system was fried, and Doc took a closer look at it and said, I know what fried was some charging wires. They're not important. He's replaced them over here on this side. Said that's not what's stopping this thing from starting. So now today he's going to take a look at that and figure out why this tractor just lost spark out there. We were thinking it was just the wiring had been all messed up, but Apparently, that's probably not the case. So, I guess, Doc, you get your little thingy out and you do whatever you do, and there is some fuel if you think we need to.
I know this thing will need fuel.
Yeah, it'll need fuel. We'll get some fuel in it at that point when you.
For a few months, and that
Well, it's all evaporated out, and then you had the carburetor off and the line was open, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
So, why don't you start your thing, and let's see if we got spark, and I will help you in whatever way I need to help you on this.
Okay.
And maybe we can get this old Ford out to the lot again.
Yeah.
I mean, I got a lot of money invested in brand new rubber on the back of this thing, so I'd like to recoup that at some point. But all right, very good. Let's get started.
Okay.
So kind of explain to them what you're up to here.
So what I'm up to here, I'm going to basically kind of trace the electrical back from the distributor and coil back to where it starts, to see, figure out where,
if we're not getting spark,
figure out where the break is in the electrical system that's not letting us have power down here. If we don't have power, we may have power this far. It might just been the carburetor
was messing up. But
messed up
you were saying that one day it was like, oh, we've
seems like
lost spark, but you'd put new points, you put new.
We replaced the coil.
We replaced the coil. We put new points
and condenser
and all that in there.
All the stuff, as Christopher steals from me sometimes, all the stuff and all the things.
All the stuff and all the things inside there, yeah.
So it should be, we should have power here. And we don't.
So, okay, so for some reason we've
We're not
lost.
getting anything from
Well, hold on. I just noticed the light is out. Did you?
Is the light still out?
Yeah.
Hey,
Okay, so the light's on, so that means that might be
now we have not enough.
not enough power.
No.
What do you have to have?
It should be 12. I have 4.
Okay. So we have a wire not.
So we have the wire that has enough resistance that it's only giving me 4.
All right, so it's 2 wires.
Mm-hmm.
Is it better just to replace them? Just go ahead and replace them from source to there, and that way you wipe out the break.
Yeah. Well, the other thing I'm thinking we might do is when you guys got me the parts, you guys got me 12-volt parts,
Mm-hmm.
and I think this was when I changed it over. It was still 6-volt, and there might be a resistor in there dropping us to 4.
Well, it has a 12-volt alternator on it.
Yeah.
So, but if there is a resistor, and if you
The
need.
resistor would drop it down to about 6.
Okay.
Should drop it to 6, and lower the amperage. And because it's 6-volt stuff doesn't need as much umph to make sparkulators.
Okay. Make sparkulators, huh?
Yeah.
All right. So, what's the next step?
So I'm gonna see. I have a feeling that there's on the far side there's gonna be a.
Can you get in there to do that wiring without removing the hood, or are we gonna?
Yeah, I can. I think I should be able to get. Cause I thought I saw one on the. Looking at it earlier on the far side there.
All right. Well, we'll let you take it from there, and we'll pick it up here in a minute. Okay. Okay. So you what did you do to the resistor?
So
it's up behind the battery.
So I was right. There was a resistor for the spark system, and when I found it, it was flaming hot. So it's burnt up. Wasn't working like it's supposed to. It shouldn't. For as little as we've had it plugged into the battery, it shouldn't have been flaming hot.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And it dropped. So it was. It being the resistor, you're supposed to drop it a little. More to drop the amperage than the voltage, and it was dropping both amperage and voltage.
Okay.
So it dropped. We went up from 4. Now we're up to a little over 10, which should be plenty to run.
To start the tractor.
Run and start and run.
Now, you said that you'd like to have it at 12, but it's not quite getting to 12. What would keep it from getting to 12?
There's still a little bit of resistance,
There's still some resistance.
but it's not. They're probably at about.
When it comes to electricity, resistance is your enemy.
Yeah.
And
Well,
but you're
it's
going
like-
to have it, no matter what.
Yeah.
Is that because we were talking, we thought that they'd use aluminum wound wire instead of copper wire to run that.
Yeah.
And there's more resistance in aluminum than there is
Yeah.
copper, so you were losing 2 volts
It's
through the
probably,
aluminum.
if you wanted to get technical, it's probably about 3 resistance, which is a little is kind of somewhat getting into that enemy zone, because you want 2 or less for.
2 or less. So should we put a little fuel in it now and see if she starts?
We could.
And see if we got snort? Or do you want to do your little clicky thing with the points that you always do that
I
makes you laugh and you shock yourself? Or
we could do that too. If
Or-
you really want to, because it's
it makes good footage?
it makes
Okay.
good footage. And,
All right, so Doc, this is the point where you shock yourself because it makes good footage.
yeah.
Okay?
Probably did that before you get in there. I don't think I turned the key off.
Do you want the key off?
I need it on.
Oh, you need it on. So you want to go ahead and leave it on?
Yeah. Is it on?
Okay, something just fell.
There's a little clip that goes that holds the rotor on.
Okay, so it's right underneath the axle when you're ready for it. I see it.
Oh, I see it.
Okay.
Good. Good. You got it. Yeah, okay.
Oh, I see the spark all the way over here.
Yeah.
So, okay, so we got spark.
We got good spark.
We got good spark.
Now I'm gonna turn the key off and put it back together.
I'm going to turn the key off to put it back together. Maybe, oh no, I'm just going to keep crap. All right, so let's get it put back together and I will go get some fuel for you.
Get some go juice.
Go juice, yep. Okay. Okay, we got fuel in the tractor. And you'll probably have to adjust that carb, won't you?
A little bit.
All right. And we make sure it's out of gear.
Yeah, I got my knee on the clutch.
Okay. I gotta get. Might have to. I mean, that car might need some adjusting.
Yeah. Also,
What? I want to make sure we're getting spark with the plugs.
Yeah.
Okay, I can watch that for you. Do I hear fuel dripping?
you might be.
All right, so we're watching number 1. Is the carburetor leaking? Okay.
I hope it's coming down. How I have this fuel on. But that's the thing I hate about these. One of the things I dislike about the Fords.
Well, I never turned the fuel off. Did you turn the fuel off?
I think Christopher does when he's. See, that's out. So it's should be going.
Okay.
Okay.
We're definitely flashing over here.
Okay. No, we don't. Yeah. I don't know.
Carburetor needs some adjustment.
I don't know if you definitely.
I mean, I wouldn't doubt it. Did that sound like it tried to take there?
I'm not sure I'm getting
You're getting any fuel?
fuel right now.
Okay. Is it all too tightened down too much? Tap, 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 tap. Oh,
What?
which way with no
Wait a
throttle?
minute.
I didn't.
This should be. We'll try that while we're in there.
Okay.
Fuel. Not getting fuel for some reason.
You're not getting fuel. Is it? You want to pull the thing out and see if the bowl on the carburetor's filling up?
Yeah.
Because spark is good, but without fuel, spark means nothing.
Yeah.
So that much I even know.
You have to have three things for go. Air, the right amount of air, the right amount of fuel, and the right amount of spark.
Right amount of air, right amount of fuel, right amount of spark. And then the engine goes boom. Sometimes.
Sometimes.
And then we've had the right amount of air, right amount of spark, and the right amount of everything, and they still go, screw you, I'm not starting, especially today. So, what are you getting now?
Right size.
Oh, the right size?
Yeah.
It helps to have the right size wrench. That's a very handy thing. Way to get your steps in for the day.
I guess.
You just need to get up at 4:30 in the morning, come to the gym every morning with me. Go to the gym with me for my hour and a half every morning. Getting the little plug out.
Yeah. That's the problem.
We're not getting fuel down to the carburetor? Okay. All right, so we'll take a moment for you to figure that one out, huh? All right. So you figured out what was,
Yeah, the carb was airlocked.
the carb was airlocked?
Yeah,
How,
they do that sometimes.
vacuum, kind of like a vacuum lock?
Yeah, it was being fully empty.
Okay, so but you got flow now? Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay, so we want to give it a shot?
Yeah.
So we got to do some carb adjusting.
I think so.
So you want me to, so out or in? In on that?
Yeah.
Okay. That was me.
In truth,
Uh-huh.
I think there's a little. I'm not sure. I'm not sure
Think-
what I'm gonna do for adjusting it here, but. I think the,
Well, I mean, all there is trial and error,
yeah,
so.
that should be right. I'll just sit for a second. I think the problem is the only thing I don't like about I have problems with the other Fords, even though you put a ton of fuel in it.
We don't got enough fuel in it?
Enough fuel in it. It takes quite a bit.
I mean, I put a half a can in there. I could put the other half of the can in there. That ain't hard.
And you can, using that, I can pull the sparklation tester out.
Yeah, that thing's just a blinking. So. So while I'm filling this up, do you want me to explain to you my diet now of no red meat, nothing but chicken and vegetables? Yeah. I feel better.
Well, yeah, because you're not spending so much on taking some meat.
Well, I've decided that DoorDash is my enemy.
Yeah.
You know, so I won't annoy you anymore with my health stuff. I know it drives you insane. You and Dad both are like, shut up! Give me a steak. All right.
Let's see.
I can become vegan and then brag about it all the time if you want me to.
No.
No. All right, let's give it a shot. A little just. Almost.
I think that carb needs some time to fill up, but I think we're
still airlock. So do we need to work on flow to the carb?
Yeah.
Okay.
How much? It just.
Well, what do you want to? What you want, Doc?
Let's see what.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll take hiatus on the camera part for a minute and let you tinker, and then we'll come back to it and you can explain what the hell you found out. All right, Doc. So what did you kind of figure out?
Well, I figured out part of our issue we had before running it was to do a little backstory because it's been a while since we've messed with this old girl.
Yeah.
This one and I think was the other two that came in with her.
Yeah.
They were just way out of time.
So all these came up from Oklahoma,
Yeah.
and everything we've brought up there. So there were 6 tractors, and all of them were way out of time.
Yeah.
The guy had screwed with them and messed them up. And you got this one and Toby, the TE Fergie, working. There's something wrong with the Ford 3000 that you can't. Kicks itself out of time. Once you fix it, it'll throw itself back out of time again.
And when Craig and I worked on the H that came with those, the mag was 180 at a time.
Was 180 at a time. The DC I bought up there, it was stuck, so we've never messed with the timing. But the Alice, there was an Alice D17, and it was out of time. We couldn't get it to start, but the rear end is bad in it, so we just said screw it. It could be a parts tractor, and that's what it's been. So,
but I've had to.
So you had
to correct that, and you guys have to do some adjusting to get it perfectly right, which I did now. It fires right off.
Okay, so that's good.
Yeah.
So, but when we rebuilt the carburetor, the float isn't kind of floating right, is what you said.
I think it needs to be adjusted. I think it's since we got the kit. I put everything that is in the kit in that carburetor, and I think I should have adjusted it for the difference because there's always a tiny bit of a difference.
Well, and on
the float stuff. So
you were saying the other day you've kind of lost your magic on carbs.
Yeah.
Like I usually put Junior Mint on them, or Uncle Craig does them, but this was you, and I thought you did an excellent job. I thought maybe your magic was
really,
back.
Really good. Otherwise,
But anyway, so we got some more tinkering to do. It's getting late. We've been at this for a few hours this evening. And so I think what we're going to do, guys, we're going to call this video quit. We'll give you updates on this tractor later on. If you're interested, let us know down in the comment. We'll keep you in the loop. Otherwise, thank you for coming in. Thank you for watching. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel and put a thingy to subscribe to the channel at the beginning when you're putting this together.
Okay.
But otherwise, guys, thank you for coming in, and I will see you later on this week.